Transformational personal growth and development is the product of long-term and continuous actions. However, there are many activities that I can actively do today and even now to increase the quality of my life. Welcome to Smart Life. Before anything else, I adjust my sleep first. Most people believe that the earlier they wake up, the more they will make use of their day. This statement seems true to some extent, but the importance of sleep quality increases over time. What does it really matter to wake up early when I feel tired, have a headache, and have a bad mood? The title of the 5 Morning Club book is more of a myth for many people, because waking up early might deprive me of quality sleep. There are different ways to accurately measure sleep quality and try to improve it. A person spends about a third of his life in sleep, which is roughly equivalent to 26 years. Have I done my best to improve the quality of these 26 golden years? I don't need to pick up my mobile first thing in the morning to watch YouTube, check Instagram, check my emails, and such unnecessary things. The truth is here. Today, the main purpose of the internet and cyberspace is to engage us as much as possible to watch more advertisements to buy more things. This issue has nothing to do with communication between people, so on every platform there is an endless up and down button for every page. I stay away from virtual networks and prioritize quality sleep for a better life. Interestingly, this is exactly why Europe is trying to investigate and resolve this issue. Despite the importance of this issue, I will leave it for another time. The main point here is that as soon as I go online, my mind is flooded with useless and even redundant information, and I am not designed as a human being to manage all this limitless garbage. It is true that the internet is a relatively new development in the history of mankind. In fact, many of us remember the days when there was no internet at all. In those days, time seemed to pass more slowly. The only way I have found to deal with this issue is to avoid technology and virtual space in the morning and after waking up, because I have realized its negative and rather destructive effects. Of course, I'm not suggesting that we sell everything, move to a cabin in the woods, and fish all day. Naturally, we should be able to work and interact in the modern world. But it does not mean that I must be online all the time. In fact, nothing important happens except for constant distractions. I try to delay using technology for at least the first few hours of each day. So let's slow things down. But the continuation of the conversation about the concept of technology. Technology was supposed to make things faster and more efficient, but we all know what happened. In the past and in business meetings, our physical presence was necessary, so we have experienced it practically from time to time. But now, since everything is just a click away, we imagine things will be done quickly. Everything happens faster, which often means we have more to do instead of more time. Think deeply about this. We usually watch videos at 1.5 times faster, not just to finish them faster, but to consume more content. This accelerated development approach does not have the ability to be stable and continuous. This is why many people suffer from job burnout or lack of motivation. So, at every opportunity, I try to slow down to make better use of the time. For example, I imagine that from today I have to write my emails manually, that is, with pen and paper. The time I dedicate to doing this pen and paper task will probably reduce the spam entries in my email inbox significantly. It is important to experience the issues of my life as they really are. I probably take care of my health. I look at the oldest marathon runner who started running at 89 years old and continued to run marathons until he was 108 years old. Now at the age of 109, he has finally retired. This story is truly inspiring. Well, we have to be realistic. Statistically speaking, the longer I put off taking care of my health, the harder it will be to regain it. I will not deceive myself that I still have enough time, while I am causing irreparable damage to my health. It is the law of life that more health leads to better quality of life. We all know the meaning of this law. But the question is, when will I take action? Won't it be too late? Do I still have the strength, will and plan to continue? Let's remember that we will stay young until suddenly the feeling of youth disappears in us. Have social connection taking a broader view, many people stay in their rooms waiting for someone else to visit them, but is this the right way? I can take the lead in bringing others together. I can organize and plan gatherings of friends and acquaintances, make phone calls or send messages, and reserve tables for dinner parties, not because no one else does or can, but because I value relationships that are important to me. There is no spiritual benefit or bonus in being unattainable or distant. Man is naturally a tribal and symbiotic creature, even if he considers himself a lone wolf. I need people around me to share experiences and make memories with, and it's easier to do that when I'm no longer waiting for others to make the first move. I spend some time alone. Introspection and solitude allow me to really know myself and understand myself deeply. People are so used to looking for new entertainment every few seconds that they have actually forgotten the value of being alone with their thoughts. It may feel strange and even uncomfortable at first, but I cannot ignore the rule that taking time for myself has many benefits. Whether it's a leisurely morning walk in the park or spending time in nature, these are precious moments that allow me to think deeply about what really matters to me. By taking time for myself, I can achieve a greater sense of balance and peace. Let's spend some time in nature. A note about walking in the park or by the sea, on the beach sands, by the riverbed with water and calm with bare feet, or any green, pristine, and safe path. Another thing that I have noticed that has a huge impact on improving my quality of life is how much time I spend in the healthy and clean environment of nature. Because nature contains this unique characteristic inherent to the development of human attitude. Nature is a reminder of how vast the universe is and how small our problems are compared to its vastness. Walking in nature reduces stress hormones and makes me feel calmer and more relaxed. Let's look at it this way: spending time in nature is a strategic time investment aimed at achieving inner balance. I repair things that can be easily repaired. I think about all the little worries I face on a daily basis. A door hinges that squeaks, a faucet that leaks, a drawer that sticks, or a light bulb that needs replacing. Maybe each of these things on their own are small, minor, and of no real importance, and I've kind of learned to get on with them, because I'll probably never get a chance to fix them, because somehow there's always a more important responsibility I have to do. I feel like all of these issues together represent a kind of friction in my daily life that makes them a little annoying and makes me get used to things that are a little more annoying each time. So first I make a list of all the little things that bother me, and then I start fixing or solving them. In fact, I am freed from the annoyance and harm of small sources of frustration and annoyance, and in addition, I develop a really important habit in myself. When I take responsibility for small tasks, I am actually strengthening the habit of not ignoring problems, which is the habit of being solution-oriented. On the other hand, I help others to do the same and be answer-oriented. Based on personal experience, life satisfaction increases greatly when I do either of these two activities. The first is when I do something I'm really proud of from start to finish. The feeling of success and satisfaction is unique and intoxicating. When I create or complete something that makes me feel proud, I experience a great sense of self-efficacy and confidence. This feeling is very deep and valuable, an experience like a climax, in a way that greatly increases my sense of power and ambition, and greatly strengthens my motivation to do more work and activities. And helping others to do their work also increases my sense of worth, and even I can boldly say that I have experienced this feeling to an indescribable extent. This feeling of self-worth generates a kind of purposefulness and unparalleled satisfaction. I am talking about sharing the joy and pride in the success of others, knowing that I have played a part in their glorious journey, and finally, being committed. Every work or activity I do is not necessarily mine, however, I do it as if it were mine. An experience similar to that, I take responsibility for that work, as if it was my goal, decision, and choice from the beginning. I am not supposed to be always at my best, but I can commit to that responsibility so that I will never leave it half-finished or incomplete. For example, if I walk in the park, I can enjoy it with all my heart. Or if I'm connecting or hanging out with people, I put my phone on silent so I can focus on our conversation. If I start a new project, I will put my best and most effort into it. Second, I always experience valuable recognition when I perform at my best. Gradually, I realize that my functions are improving and growing. In fact, I continue to evolve, and this is the event that always makes my life better than before. I hope we have reviewed valuable experiences together. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, my friend.